applying it back to the classroom and to working with children and working, you know, with every age of children up through high school. Is there anything you want to say about that? I mean, I know you mentioned you're already working with 2 online high schools, and how are you going to apply it in the classroom?
Well, there's a concept called an empathy guess, which is when you do the heart circle for yourself and then you self-connect. The second half of self-connection is spending time guessing about the other person.
Okay.
When you do that, you have curiosity, you generate curiosity, and you try to figure out what's going on for them, what are their needs, what's motivating them, how might they be feeling. You know, it's called an empathy guess. And it doesn't mean you're going to be right, but at least you're trying, right? So I have a resource that I made for my high school students that depicts that, and I would be happy to share it with you. Here we go. So I started my high school class. I was teaching NVC online for 2 different high schools, and I also have a drop-in adult class on Thursday nights, which I love. It's called Practicing Street Giraffe. Giraffe is the emblem animal of NVC. It's the language of the heart. The giraffe is the land animal with the largest heart, and it also has the big tall neck, so it has big perspective. So it's really trying to learn how to express from the heart. It's this heartfelt connection with people instead of this response tennis of going back and forth on the mind strategy level, thought. It goes really fast and really not helpful usually. So
Started with you is your Thursday night NVC practice group, which I totally love and am sad every time I miss it.
I love having you there. It's such a pleasure to have you on.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
I love being there.
Thursday nights 7 to 9, and my Pacific time, so California time, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it's on my website, which is heartlistening.com, heart-listening.com. At my website, it has has my offerings on there. So I started my NVC class with the high schoolers like this. We're going to try to move from this to this. So there's this response tennis, blah, 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 going into the heart connection. And that's what we're going to try to learn how to do with these communication techniques. Yeah. So
are you working directly with the students or with the teachers?
I'm working with the students, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to work with the teachers for sure.
Both.
So here is the paradigm. The NVC paradigm is your needs are as important as mine. Mine are as important as yours. And holding those 2 sets of needs is just awesome. So here's the exercise and depicting this skill called an empathy guess when you've done your heart circle about the other person. So this is the role play to begin with. Can I borrow the car? No, you may not borrow the car. Please, all my friends are going to be driving their cars. I don't care what all your friends are doing. You can get there on your bike like always. Bikes are so stupid. What did you say? Nothing. That's what I thought. It's just that you never let me do anything. What's that supposed to mean? I just want to drive the car, that's all. And I want you to ride your bike, end of story. Fine, have it your way. I don't appreciate your tone of voice. You always get your way anyways. You know what? Maybe it's better you don't go at all. You're grounded, right? So that's how the first conversation goes. And then the same role play, same characters, but somebody stops and does an empathy guess. And you can see how it changes the trajectory of the conversation. Mom, can I borrow the car? No, you may not borrow the car. Please, all my friends are going to be driving. I don't care what your friends are doing. You can get there on your bike like always. Bikes are so stupid. Are you wanting a sense of freedom or autonomy that the bike won't give you? So those are needs guesses, right? Like, what is this kid wanting? Like, yeah, totally. Okay, I don't feel comfortable with you taking the car yet by yourself, but I understand that you want that freedom. How about we do some more driving practice on the weekend? Okay, what about today? Would you be okay if you took your bike today? I'd really rather take the car. I don't feel comfortable with you. This is you not giving up on your needs, right? You're doing an empathy guess. You're speaking your truth. You're not giving up, but you're offering solutions that would maybe also meet their needs, right? So this is NVC in practice. I don't feel comfortable yet, but can you work with me on this? Okay, but no flaking on Saturday. Deal. So that's
So
an
it's
empathy guess.
guessing at what the other person might be feeling or needing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're showing them that you care. You're saying, hey, I'm taking the time out of my own world to really, what's going on over there? And then you start knowing that you can start strategizing about how to meet those needs too without giving up on yourself, because your needs are as important as mine and mine are as important as yours. And that's the paradigm.
If you're wrong about their needs, then I'm sure that that openness that they're feeling from you, then they can even probably start telling you or sharing more with you because you're actually showing that you care about their needs.
Absolutely. There's just an immediate shift in the tone of conversation because you're showing care. And it doesn't matter if you're wrong. The fact that you're trying goes a long way. And they'll be like, no, it's because the bike makes me sweaty and I really don't want to, be sweaty when I show up to the thing. And I would rather, oh, well, let me drive you or whatever. You can then strategize knowing what the needs are and try to get something that's informed.
Totally. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And those two tools I feel are just, they're just so powerful and so insightful.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, the empathy is powerful. It's a form of self-expression. So the other way you can say there are 3 pillars of NVC are self-connection, which is the heart circle, empathy, hearing deeply, listening deeply to the other person, and self-expression is how do you express in a way that doesn't generate a ton of defensiveness in the other person, but then you have to navigate through.
Self-connection, empathy, and self-expression.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So heartwarming.
Well, it is my pleasure to connect with you and talk about this thing that lights us both up.
Yeah, I see your passion for it, and it's definitely magnetic, and it really, I think, is just, your excitement is easily translated over.
Contagious.
Yeah, it's contagious. I feel so excited about NVC too, and I feel like it's hard not to be when you start to see there's a different way of doing things and so much more of a peaceful, loving approach to just operating within relationships, operating within life, and whether or not other people are doing it, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because you start to feel within yourself like, at least I'm doing the best that I can and I'm trying to do the best that I can, and I can take responsibility for my actions now because I'm trying to operate from a place of like integrity, of heart space, of compassion, of love, and it makes that big of a difference, like right away, like just to know that
immediately. I mean, try it out. Don't take my word for it, but like I could start seeing differences almost immediately. Whenever you try it, it comes back. It's like, oh, yeah. And it doesn't mean that my husband and I don't use it all the time. But the other day, he cracked me up because he was like, I don't want to have to be NVC all the time. I just want to like say what I want to say. I'm like, fine, say what you want to say. And he was like, rah, 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 rah. And I was like, rah, 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 ah. And then he goes, okay, babe, I'm really feeling this or that because I have a need for that. And I was like, oh, sweetie. He's like, damn it, this stuff works. Because they're 2 different ways of expressing the same thing. And like, he didn't want to feel trapped. And, I don't want to feel that either. But after a couple of years of trying it out, I realized I don't feel trapped anymore. I feel empowered. I feel like this is really worth the time to take the 20 minutes to self-connect and then not fight for 3 days because I said something that I wish I hadn't said or said something that he took wrong or whatever. It's just way more efficient in the long term.
That's beautiful. Please keep sharing NVC. It's such a powerful tool that we all need. I hope there is some way to start translating it into the schools more and more. It's just, that's the reason I wanted to interview you for this series we're doing for EFL, is it's just so relatable, and it needs to translate into the school system, I think.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely. Yeah. I has been teaching NVC in the Nevada City High School, Godoti High School, for 3 years now, and she started the first year teaching the teachers, and then the second year teaching the seniors, and then the third year they opened it up to the whole school body, and it's growing. It's just growing from there, and she said it had an incredible impact, and they invited the superintendent, because if the superintendents get interested in it, then there would be budget for it, like funding available that would empower so many more trainers to offer it in schools. And if we could learn these communication concepts in high school, can you imagine what kind of world we could live in? Be so empowered and caring. It would just, yeah, I feel very strongly that those things a lot. And right now we need that. The world is so fast and furious, and the pandemic and the wildfires and the politics, just, we need care. We need compassion for ourselves and other people, and in sustainable ways. So I'm quite excited about it.
Thank you so much for sharing those tools today. I know just that alone will have an impact, and I'm feeling so excited to share this YouTube video, not just within EFL, but way outside those circles now. So I'm excited to edit this and get it out on the internet. So.
But clarity, I just had an idea the other day. If this grows, I would be happy to start an NVC for parents, like specifically for parents at a different time of week or something.
Do it.
Just, to have the drop-in Thursday nights for adults, and then have another parent-specific group, and then have the high school branch, and it feels very rich. So
do it 100%. Yes, please. Like I will support you in whatever way I can, and if that just means me attending and sharing it with my parent group or my parent list, I'd love to have something like that available, and I'd love to also have my husband join in that too. So
beautiful. Yeah. Ah, that would be great.
Yeah, please do.